My name is Christopher Ross. As a photojournalist, we have to go out and shoot stories as far as getting video. We may have to do a package. We may have to do VOSOTs. We also have to learn how to run live shots. Anytime breaking news happens, the viewers want to see what's going on. So we have to learn how to run satellite trucks and microwave trucks, and pretty much learn how to work a vehicle like a mechanic. After I graduated from UALR, my job had let me go, and I was looking for a job, and I needed one to help, provide for my son. So every day after my mom got off work, she would watch him for a couple hours, and I would go to UALR, to the SMC department, and I would fill out applications every day. After 3 months, Jerry came in one day and saw me and said, "Man, you've been here every day for the last few months. What's going on?" And I told him, I said, "I lost my job and I'm trying to get a job to help provide for my son. I'm a single parent." And what he did, it kind of showed how much the SMC will give to you if you just try. He went to his office and came back with a laptop and said, "Here you go." And I said, "Here you go? What do you mean?" He said, "You can have it, it's yours." So I would say that was big, because that's how I got my interview before I got my job. My son's name is Chris Ross Jr. We call him CJ, and he is 6 years old. I mean, he is full of energy. My son was most of my inspiration when I was looking for a job, trying to get my foot in the door, and there was times I wanted to give up and stop trying to pursue my career because it's hard. I won't tell you that it's easy, but when I looked at him every morning, that was something that drove me every day to not give up and not stop pursuing my dream.
Something kind of, clicked for him and said, I need to get up, and every day, if I have to walk, if I have to catch a ride, if I have to catch the bus, I'm going to get up and go and do what I need to do for myself and my son. And, from there, he did it. He stayed faithful. Being a Christian man on top of that, that helped, and just, staying faithful and trusting in God that he was going to guide him and help him. And so, he was blessed to start working with THV 11, and from there he's been there, since his son was just a baby, and he is doing better and moving on up in the company.
She has enhanced my life, I'll say that, because she's helped me not only with my son, she put a drive back in me that I didn't have. And some people need that other person alongside them, and she's been there, through a lot of thick and thin, and I've been there for her. And I think we're each other's backbone, and I love her so much, and I wouldn't be this far in my career without her along my side. In the community I grew up in, there were not many that I saw giving back. So after I graduated and got started in my career, I said, there's something I could do. There's something I could do. So I started with students, middle school students and high school students. I reached back to my high school. They let me go speak to the students there. And now I'm just going wherever I can in communities around Central Arkansas to give back. Today I'm up here at Henderson Middle School, just talking to the young men from 6th to 8th grade, basically just getting them on track as far as, staying in line in class and their character, and, even some of these guys are on football team, basketball team, getting them going in the right direction as far as being leaders. When I went to school here, what I said I did. I played what? And what do? We lost. So I told you I learned how to lose. Being in school here and at Hall High. All we did was lose games, football, basketball. I played semi-pro football, and that was the best team I ever played on. I played for 5 years, but The next to last year is when I actually learned how to be a winner. I'm talking about just from football, but learn how to be a winner in life. If you can give back to anybody, somebody that's growing up will listen. Someone is not hearing that voice at home. Someone is not getting that encouragement that they need. When you don't give up and you keep trying, you're going to make it sooner or later. I'm telling you.
He can be an example to, friends, family members, strangers, that they can see, hey, he's been there, he's done this, I can get up, I can do it. If he can do it, I can do it.
Hello, and welcome to the MassCom Alumni at Work. I'm your host, Sarah Jones, and today we have alumni Chris Ross with us today. Chris, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. We're glad to have you today.
Oh, thank you.
What year did you graduate from UALR?
2009.
Okay, awesome. And what was the title of your degree?
Broadcast journalism.
Okay, great. Now, what is your job now?
I'm a photojournalist / MMJ at THV 11.
Now, what is an MMJ?
Multimedia journalist.
Okay, great. So how did you decide on broadcast journalism as your major? Did somebody influence you in that decision?
Yes, there was someone who influenced me. One day I was sitting at home watching ESPN, and a lot of people know the guy Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah.
He had his own show called Quite Frankly, and he was sitting down doing an interview, and I said, I can see myself doing that. I can sit down, talk to someone on a daily basis with my own show. Oh yeah, I would love doing that. What do I need to do to get where he is? And it was broadcast journalism.
Wow, that's awesome. So Chris, how did the SMC program help you in your career?
It helped me in different ways. It helped me as far as using the equipment and showing me how to work as a team, because working at a news station, you're always going to need someone to help you, because it's not a one-man job.
Right.
And in this department where I work, where I went to school, we had to piggyback off each other. My strengths may be someone's weakness, and their strengths may be my weakness. And I've learned, through other students, through the teachers, through putting in time, hours and hours of using the equipment, learning how to edit. And it took me, to an area, it's nothing like on-job training, but this is the, I can say this is the area where I learned the basics and learned how the do's and the don'ts before I actually went out to work in my career.
Yeah. So tell us about your motivational speaking. Why do you do it, and why does giving back inspire you?
The reason I do motivational speaking and, giving back is because, I know how it is to struggle. I know how it is to start out not knowing where to go, or, having any guidance. Being raised, I didn't have a positive male figure in my life. So I go to the local schools here. I do recordings, videos, and I upload them on YouTube, and, thousands of people watch them. And I do that because I think, not saying I've made it, to be successful or whatever. I'm always striving to do better, but I know there's someone who may be down. I know there's someone who may not know what to do. They may feel like this is the dead end. And I want to give them that motivation to bust through that wall. This is not a dead end, it's just a stop. Just like on the road, there's stop signs. Right. That don't mean you can't go forward. So I always want to give back to, especially the younger generation, because a lot of people are, are being raised without any parents or, any father figure, or, just someone who isn't there to push them forward. Right. And, hearing from someone that you may not know, it may open your eyes. So right. That's why, I do what I do, just trying to help our future.
Right. Yeah. Cool. In a different direction, in the height of the police brutality, racism, and other injustices that are happening towards the African American community, what responsibility do you feel you have as an African American male?
I want to push a student or a kid that may be in a bad community. They may see someone else that's a bad example. I want to be that positive example. And just like I tell the kids when I go speak every Monday, I say, this is how I look at it. You're in a room that's with the lights are out, and you don't know where the door is to get out. I want to be that person that's at the door with a light in my hand, and I open the door and say, this is the way.
Right. I think that's a powerful message that needs to be heard, so thanks for sharing. Is there anything I haven't asked you that you'd like to talk about? Any closing advice, maybe for students considering a career in the School of Mass Communication?
For any student that's considering the SMC program, I'll say it'll be a life-changing experience. And I say that because you'll be in a department where people care about you.
Right. All right, well, thank you so much, Chris, for being here today. We've really enjoyed talking to you. It's been a pleasure. And thank you, audience, for joining us for the MassComm Alumni at Work. We'll see you next time.